Am I my actions? Does what I say and do define who I am to the world? What about the virtual world? Do my decisions matter there too? And if so, does it matter to the same extent? Arguably, our actions in the real world will make the most waves, because our actions in the here and now are real. Yet, if I act ruthlessly in a simulation, what does that say about me? Can these actions be dismissed because they occur only within a simulation? Or does it reflect poorly on me still? After all, aren't I responsible if I am in control of making a choice? While certain choices may be frowned upon, what you choose in a game doesn't have the power to really define you in the real world. If anything, perhaps the game developers could be more at fault for making a villain route an option. However, true concerns arise when a person derives joy from malicious actions in-game, specifically to the extent that they are using the simulation as a substitute for actions they desire to commit in the real world. Still, if this acts as an outlet that prevents committing crimes in the real world, is it then a useful tool? Or does it still fuel unforgiving urges? Even if our actions in-game don't define who we are in the real world, does it still impact the way we perceive ourselves? If we make a wrong or impulsive choice, does our regret lower our self-esteem? Or can we simply shrug it off?
Are you going to save your partner's life? Or are you going to sacrifice him?
And when we make a good-natured choice, does our self-respect increase? Perhaps if the game awards us for good or bad actions, then we may be conditioned into continuing that path. Do multi-choice games help give us a sense of agency or remind us of our limits? We're able to explore an environment to some degree, yet there are still barriers eventually. Alike in reality, where travel is limited by factors like finances. While we have choices in-game and out, and we're not entirely powerless, there are still restrictions to our choices.
You want a pen? It's one of them steel ones.
That's very kind of you.
Some events occur regardless. Some things are, unfortunately, inevitable.
I think we have an understanding.
Of course we do.
Does gaming create a blur between code and genes, resulting in insensitivity when reacting to people in the real world? Or does it expose us to more human experience?
Please, Arthur, will you help me?
And increase our empathy for others?
Arthur, I miss you.
I miss you too.
It may be dependent on our worldview and temperament. Hopefully, story-based games can offer people insights and lead them to reevaluate their own behavior. And recognize that they have a choice to change or to continue. as they are.